Today we're starting a new unit and it's called the Accusative Case, and I wanted to make a short video about it for those of you who can't be here so that you understand what we're doing in class. This unit is all about direct objects. So the accusative case, English doesn't have cases. German is a case language. There are 4 cases in German. And in German 1, we cover 2 of those 4 cases, the nominative case and the accusative case. Here's what that means. English is what we call a word order dependent language. The order in which we say the words directly affects the meaning. Take this example. The dog bites the man does not mean the same thing as the man bites the dog. In this first example, the dog is doing the biting, and we know that because the dog comes first in the sentence. In this sentence, it appears as though the man is doing the biting because it appears first in the sentence. This is what I mean by word order dependent. Whatever comes first is the subject of the sentence, and whatever comes here is the direct object of the sentence. That is not exactly how German works. It is not word order dependent. I can have the dog be doing the biting even though the dog is back here. I can put a little flag up that says the man is the direct object and the dog is the subject, and I will show you how that works. So, just to summarize, the German, unlike English, does not rely on word order to differentiate between the subject and the direct object. The difference in German is indicated by case and not by word order. So, we have these 2 cases. The nominative case is just a fancy way of saying the subject of the sentence, and the accusative case is a fancy way of saying the direct object. So, if I say, I am buying the chair, ask yourself, I buy what? I buy chair. Chair is the direct object. Remember, in German, the verb has to come second. So, in German, you would say, I buy the chair, and it would look like this. Ich kaufe den Stuhl. Notice how der Stuhl becomes den Stuhl. Here's why. So, the nominative case, remember, is subject. And this is what we already know. We've been working with this the whole time. We just haven't had this fancy label of nominative case. So think about it this way. There are 4 nouns in the world. There are masculine nouns, there are neuter nouns, there are feminine nouns, and then there are plural nouns. If we use a masculine noun as a subject, its gender is der. If we use a neuter noun as a subject, its gender is das. Feminines, die. Plurals, die. But what happens if we want to use a masculine noun as a direct object? The accusative case is a fancy way of saying direct object. So here we have a masculine noun as a subject, and here we have the masculine noun as a direct object. Now, the accusative case is not a very difficult case because the only ones that change are the masculine nouns. Neuter nouns, das stays das, die stays die, D stays D for the plurals. So the only one that changes are the masculine nouns. That means when you come across a masculine noun, you're going to have to stop and think, is this masculine noun used as a subject, or is this masculine noun used as a direct object? Now, another important thing to know is the difference between a definite article and an indefinite article. Definite starts with the letter D, so that is words like der, das, die, den, das, die. Definite articles. All of these words mean the. The. These all mean the, and these are all definite articles. But what happens if you have a sentence, for example, where I want to say, I have a brother? Not I have the brother, I have a brother. Then we're going to need an indefinite article. And those are all forms of the word ein. So if I have a masculine noun and I want to use it as a subject, I say ein. Ein for neuter, eine for feminines, and then we'll get to this later. If I have a masculine noun and I want to use it as a direct object, I have einen. So for example, if I want to say I have a brother, ich is the subject, so it's in the nominative case. Ich habe einen Bruder, because Bruder is masculine and I want it as a direct object. Eine, I. So once again, remember, the only one that changes is the masculine noun. Now let's take a look at some examples. So here's your chart. The first sentence is, I'm buying the table. I buy what? Table. This is my direct object. I am doing the buying, so that's in the nominative case, and table is the direct object, so it's in the accusative case. So the answer here is going to be Ich kaufe den Tisch. Tisch is masculine, masculine noun used as a direct object, den. Same thing for I'm buying a TV, except now we don't have the TV, we have a TV. So I am the subject, Ich kaufe einen Fernseher. TV is masculine and it's einen. I have a brother. Same thing. Ich habe einen Bruder. Now this one has two masculine nouns. The father has a son. Father is masculine. It's used as a subject, so it's der. Son is masculine, but it's used as a direct object, so it's einen. Der Vater hat einen Sohn. She has a cat. She has what? She has cat, direct object. She is the subject. Cat is the direct object. So I have feminine cat used as a direct object, so it's going to be eine. I hope this makes sense. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me.